Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome to Fantasy Forecast for Thursday, December 29th, 2016. This is the score from 2 days ago. I didn't have a video for yesterday. I needed the rest, guys. My voice is still a little bit not all the way back, but I'm feeling a lot better. So let's move on to today's lineup. This was a win for me. I heard a lot of you guys on Twitter. If you're not following on Twitter, you know, the link's in the description. I do last minute updates there. But you guys, a lot of you posted and said that, you know, you gave me well wishes. And on top of that, you know, a lot of you won. You know, you use the principles of this show to further your own knowledge, and that's the point. That's why I take a minute or two to describe all the choices that I make here, so that you guys can really hone and build your own skills at doing this. Always do cash spreads, always work within your own bankroll management. You know, if you lose, you know, it can happen sometimes, you know, it happens to the best of us, you know, that's okay. You just want to win with a more frequency than you do lose, and not just a little frequency, not like 51-49, you know, you want to like 60-40 or more. You want to win a lot more than you lose. I understand, you know, you got to lose to understand that winning feels good, but you don't need to lose that much. You can just, once in a while is fine. Let's move on to today's upcoming cash game lineup. Guys, I'll have DraftKings when I'm fully up and running, which is going to be tomorrow. On this slate, it was a 6-gamer. I was able to fully analyze for FanDuel. I didn't have time to get this out and, like, you know, do a DraftKings line. I'll have DraftKings tomorrow. That I promise. Give it a thumbs up if you want DraftKings. So, okay. We're actually going to go through it a little bit because it's a 6-gamer. Point guard, you have Westbrook and Lowry. Westbrook is going to be your real issue today, guys. I'll be dead honest with you. I mean, he's a triple-double monster, but he's got a really slow pace with Memphis today. It's almost like, can you really take a guy like that against a worse team? But then they're all, well, he's matchup-proof, he's matchup-proof, he's matchup-proof across. If he's really matchup-proof, then he's matchup-proof. I have no problem taking Westbrook today with the price coming down. He's worth around the $12,000 price for a cash game. It brings solidity on a 6-game slate. It makes it a lot easier. And there are people who will steer you against it, but when Conley comes back and Harrison is out, when Hill comes back and is going to play the game, and you know, Shelvin Mack is out, a lot of the values people were taking before have vanished. So I believe I'm going to be doing just fine today. Let's highlight anyways. And Westbrook and Lowry in your point guard positions today. Lowry against Phoenix, and look at what he's been doing. Guys, really, he's even better than DeRozan lately. I'm not kidding. I mean, they're a little duo, and right now he's on the little mini streak. Everyone's on DeRozan today. I'm on Lowry today. Lowry and Westbrook. Yeah, I'm paying up at the point guard. 20 grand. I can afford it because I got Powell and Stauskas at the shooting guard. Can you believe the value that's opened up, guys? Not only do you have, well, Embiid is out, which is going to open up value for the Philly big men, but I think it's Gerald Henderson for Philly that's out too. Either way, there's like 50 minutes or 55 minutes that's just opened up, boom. And Stauskas had 19 in his last game. He's not even in some optimizers. I'll take Stauskas and I'll take Powell today. Powell's an easy call with DeMarre Carroll sitting. He's sat every single one of the 2 games in a back-to-back every single game this season. He's sitting tonight. I think he's already listed on doubtful on a lot of things, and so you go, oh, I'm pulling him. Yeah, definitely pull him because if you got Carroll, he's gone. And because they're going to rest him. He just came back from surgery. He's probably going to do this all year. They just want to make sure that the vet's okay. Powell and Stauskas. Powell's going to get his minutes. Stauskas is getting run. Beautiful. You get Harrison Barnes against the Lakers, and I don't normally like taking a Dallas team, but when a Dallas team has a really good over-under score because they're playing the Lakers, and the Lakers are just horrible against a position, you know, okay, beautiful, I'll take Barnes. There's other ways you can go. I mean, you can take Wes Matthews. There's a lot of different stuff you can do with Dallas, but Harrison Barnes for me is just the go-to still because he's been forced to shoulder a lot of the offensive responsibility all season, even with a couple guys coming back and sucking a little bit down against easier plum-picking teams. He's got great upside run to 40, and I think the floor is 35. LBJ, yeah, you get him today against Boston because the value fits, even with Westbrook. It's amazing. I love today's lineup. I don't even talk about James. We already know how great he is, guys. So 50 points, lock it in, move on. Ilyasova, lock in your Philly value again. I mean, beautiful. The guy's just, okay, we'll take it at 55, no problem. With the minute run he's going to get, done. I hate taking guys against Utah, and I'm almost stacking against them, but they're going to make it easy for us today, because as long as it's sent, normally teams are spread among 8 to 10 players. When they're only spread among 6 to 8 for all the statistical scoring of a game, fantasy becomes a lot easier. You do have to stack in those instances. The issue is smart stacking, and it's going to become an issue no matter what on a 6-game slate anyways. So yeah, we do have 3-game stacks today, guys, but that's how I'm running this cash lineup. Sarek is your other, that's why it's a 3. Sarek, I don't know. Someone tell me in the comments, please. Your other power forward slot, basically I'm trying to get out cheap with a little bit of value applied to it, because the power forward position usually sucks. These guys normally don't get run. Now that they're going to get some run, I'm happy. JV at your center. Now, again, a question of minutes. Why do they do this? Why do they run such small ball and but they can't really do that against Phoenix. They've got a couple big bodies against them, so JV is probably going to see some run at center today. And when they see that who knows? I mean, Toronto's a better run team than Phoenix. Maybe they'll realize we should run them out there, and it'll be like that Philadelphia game from a coaching. It seems like JV is dependent on that. It seems like the coaching there realizes, let's go ahead and try our experiments when they're okay against the center, and let's just shoot it out from 3 and do a bunch of kickouts. But other than that, when there is a good matchup, and I know we're starting to really cherry pick a bit, but if you look at the season how it's gone, they've kind of cherry picked against teams that are bad against the center. Phoenix is bad against the center. So I don't know what their coaching is going to think, but I think that JV's in a good spot here regardless, because even if he got just 25 minutes to run, they are so bad against the center, then you're pretty much set. So that's your cash game lineup for today. I'll run the positions real fast if I see anything else. Lowry and Westbrook at your point guard. Powell and Stauskas at your shooting guard. Barnes and James at your small forward. Ilyasova and Sarek at your power forward, and JV for your center. Point guard. If I'm skipping these guys, it's because I don't see any value. I mean, everyone has value at their price, you know what I mean? But you can skip Mack and Harrison, no question today. I mean, they're overpriced for what's going to happen now. Yeah, that's it for your point guard. At your shooting guard, it says 6-game slate. DeRozan, yeah, absolutely. DeRozan's on the list. Batum against Miami, no. You like Bradley against. Bradley's a fine choice. If he starts to fit your lineups right at that price point, go ahead and run Bradley. That's fine. I don't like Booker against Toronto. They're pretty good against the shooting guard. Lou Williams against Dallas, no, because they're good against the shooting guard too, and the minute rotations there. Wes Matthews, yes. Nick Young, because of the minute run, even against Dallas, I'd pass on Richardson with Dragic playing. Steph Curry is a definite consideration. I like Steph Curry for GPPs. He's a nice pick. And at small forward, Gordon Hayward is a great GPP pick today, guys. I'd pass, I don't know if I can say I can pass Crowder 5,300. 5,300 is pretty cheap now. I mean, the guy can ceiling up to 30 points above. He's gotten to the price where he's affordable to play, because he normally puts you around 25 points, and so he's getting right there where you need him to be. Covington, I'd pass to get against Utah, even with the extra bounces. I think he's seen enough. Well, no, you know what? With enough value, Covington's a GPP pick today. I'll just leave that there. I wouldn't play him in cash though, which is where this lineup is. And I like Winslow today. Winslow still puts up a ton of shots against Charlotte. I would not see a problem with putting Winslow in a cash lineup. Maybe even Day against Dallas, but I'd go drop down to MKG instead. As long as Bellinelli's out, he's going to get a ton of run. I mean, MKG, if you want to go cheap, MKG and Winslow look great at the small forward positions together. Just a middle out way to be done. And a middle out, that's from a podcast I heard earlier, and maybe from Silicon Valley, and I'm used to thinking that a lot. Damari Carroll's out today, by the way. Do not bother with that because he's out. LBJ I mentioned. Let's move on to power forward. Kevin Love, definitely, you gotta love Kevin Love. I think he's gonna be a chalk play across because no one's gonna really know where to go on FanDuel, and the next thing is $3,000 down. He is the high price way to go, so if you find value in other spots, you can take Love, no problem. There's no issue. Go ahead. Randall, yes, he's been great, but he's probably gonna, I think that like he'll bounce back in the next game if the opponent is good, and I don't go that far ahead in my own logic here because I have too much to analyze, but Randall against Dallas, 30 points, so that's not really the 5 times you need at this price. Zebo, I'd pass. Ilyasova, yes, thumbs up. Cantor, what do you do with Cantor, guys? Is he really going to get 30 minutes, or is he going to get like 12? And I think that he's going to settle in around 22, 25 minutes, just like he normally does. So Cantor, I'm passing today because the only reasons why he's had a run in the last couple games is because those 2 games, there was foul trouble, and in one of the games, he just got hot. So it is what it is, and I would pass Cantor. It just looks good because it's just one of those happens to happen things. Ilyasova is my way to go, and maybe Marvin Williams, maybe Dwight Powell. I don't know. You start to question, but I mean, if you're going to start looking that low down at power forward when there's other choices you can already spend on, and when there's chalk already at Love, I don't know. The power forward position is just horrible, guys. I apologize. I'm just escaping with some value today at Philly and moving on. And at the center, this is easy. Whiteside, what do you do? Okay. He can rip them apart for 60 fantasy points, no problem, guys. He can also just decide to check in and give you 30. And like I told you, if he burns me on the last game, I'm off him for a week because I don't, you have to see where the effort's going to go. If he gets frustrated, he seems to need to get past these issues. And when he does, he's going to be amazing. But until he shows that consistently, you've got to stay off. And consistent in DFS, I know, has a short memory because you can lose over and over if you don't have him. So, but I'm off him today. You can consider him for GPPs, though, no issues. It's just an issue of what you think the attitude is. Gasol, I love him today. Take the gas can if you can. I can't afford him, though, so since I can't take the gas can and I can't take Gobert, I would pass Horford against Cleveland. I'd go JV. And I'm worried about the minutes, yes, but who isn't? But it's a question of how Toronto decides to actually coach it. If they see that the Phoenix is a good matchup, then we should be in a just fine shape. If not, then it's a problem. Steven Adams at the centers, maybe. Zeller, no. Thompson, no. Chandler, no. And getting down cheap. Okafor. People are going to ask about Okafor. Sure, he's a GPP pick because anyone at that price now at 4,600, if you put up 28 points, you've done almost 6 times value. It's just a question of those numbers on math. If you think, do the back of the envelope, do 4.6 times 6 and see what comes up. Guys, it's really simple, okay? So you get 27.6 and you're like, damn, that's, he gets 28 points, he's made 6 times value. That's a 6 times value right there, possibly. So it's a great GPP pick. And that's it. Don't go any cheaper at center. Okay. That's going to do it for Fantasy Forecast for Thursday, December 29th, 2016. Give me a thumbs up for getting better and giving this video out and, trying to give you guys a winning lineup. And if you like today's lineup, if you don't like the lineup, comment below in the description and I will respond once today, about your opinions and everything else. And if you don't, I don't care about that, I'll respond once a day if you have questions. All right. That's going to do it for Fantasy Forecast. Your cash game lineup on FanDuel, I'll have DraftKings for you guys tomorrow. Lowry and Westbrook at your point guard positions. Powell and Stauskas at your shooting guard positions. Barnes and James at your small forward. Ilyasova and Sark at your power forward. And JV for your center today. All right. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It helps support this free channel. Watch an ad once in a while. And if you're looking for a last-minute update, I do post them on Twitter. If it's within the last 15 minutes, you need to follow on Twitter. The link's in the description. I do subscribe on YouTube, though, for the other updates because I'll post those on YouTube with videos in the last 20. Thanks so much. You guys going out there and go win some big money today.